It's week 16 of the National Football League, where we'll see this team's versatile linebacker. He's been a constant presence in the middle with 65 tackles so far. Hope y'all ready for this one, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
What better way to start off the afternoon than with some football, huh? It's time to get things started here on the NFL on EA Sports. Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Heward. I'm Kate Scott. And Brock, you can brag if you'd like to, because I know you had quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies. The holidays have arrived. Thank you for spending a part of them with us. We're away in Week 16 on EA Sports. He stopped on the return at the 27. So here comes their offense for its opening drive. And it'll be their second-year quarterback who's bringing them out.
As a QB in this league, if you're going to finish a game with no touchdowns on that side of the stat sheet, well, you better finish it with no interceptions as well. Even if last week was an uneventful contest for him throwing the football, he did what he needed to do to help them come away with the most important stat, the win.
And he's brought down by a collective effort there, only 1 yard on the carry.
You know, kid, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. 3rd and 4 coming up now. Throwing now from the gun. Bails out of the pocket quick. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
They'll come up 1st and 10. From midfield now. Completed to his running back. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. 2nd and 3 now. From the 43. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line. So it'll be another 1st and 10 for him, Brock, down at the opposing 37. They put a receiver in motion here left. Back to pass on 1st and 10. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. So now here's 3rd and 5. He's dropping back to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And they can't chop to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that gives them 1st and goal.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
One of the tight ends in motion left. First down from the red zone. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And they're headed in reverse after that sack.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And now it'll be 3rd and goal. Throwing from the gun here. Escapes out to... And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. going to cost them some yardage.
Couple sacks on the opening drive. You better get to fix-it mode in a hurry. And I'm talking about on the sidelines. I'm talking as a quarterback. You've got to solve this pass rush because we know one thing about guys in this league defensively. When they get a couple sacks, they can smell it, and they're going to raise the intensity to another level. I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
3 on the board, and now he'll send this one away. Return coming from the 6. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. So here's their offense now to take over for the first time. And we'll get a chance to see someone still in the early stages of their career, this third-year QB.
Just an all-around great performance from him last week, Kate, in the win. Those 2 touchdowns he had played a big part in the victory, no question. But so did keeping it clean, not throwing a pick. You want to become friendly with your own defense? Make sure they don't have any extra possessions to defend. He did his job, and so did his teammates.
And he found some running room for a nice gain. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here, what he was able to do in support of that win. 2nd and 3 now. From the 32. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Back to throw now. They're on him again, and he goes down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions, you get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
They'll bring out the punter here. And he'll punt it away to end a disappointing opening drive. He punted 4 times last week in the win, and his first of this week is away. No return on that punt. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Their offense headed back out for its 2nd drive of the contest. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. To the air now on 1st and 10. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Short pass brought in. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
Just excellent effort on that catch, and a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
They're now set for 1st and 10. They put a receiver in motion right. Play action on 1st down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Flat out a tremendous call. Perfect timing to blitz the corner, and the result proves it. There was barely time for the QB to set himself up to throw, let alone look downfield for a target before he was absolutely decked by somebody who I think enjoyed that chance to rush the passer.
And he found a gap to take this down to the 28. This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that'll give him a 1st down. They send a receiver in motion right. From the red zone now. The throw is caught. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. 3rd and just 2 to go. Pass play now. Ooh, that looked like a pick for a second, but it hits the end zone grass. They are very fortunate to get this one back, but now they've got 4th down. Trying to push this past the marker. And he won't challenge for the goal line. The stop made at the 4. So the run doesn't get the yardage. It's a turnover on downs.
You know, it's almost like the defense heard that call in their helmet themselves. They dialed up the perfect blitz to encircle and cut off that run. And their reward is getting off the field.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. And not a whole lot to work with. He's only able to reach the 5-yard line. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Another carry for him. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Defense with an excellent opportunity at a stop here on 3rd down. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
And he'll make the fair catch. Didn't make it to the 50. This one just short of midfield. This our last play of the quarter. They go play action on 1st. Called in left side. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Only a solitary field goal so far as we're through 1 quarter. Just 3-0 is our score. We'll get back to the action in just a moment. Welcome back for the start of the second. Our visiting offense out in possession of the ball. They've got 2nd and 7 to start. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's short of the 1st after a mile gain. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Dropping back to throw. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
They'll throw it. They can't connect as the coverage comes through with a 4th down stand.
Yeah, I don't care that they didn't get it. Still the right call in that situation. It's a little too long for a field goal, and a punt really nets you very few yards. The decision-making was sound. It was the execution that let them down.
1st and 10 from the 41. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And this one doesn't go far. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Back-to-back carries here. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A gain of about 3, so a 1/3 of what they needed. 3rd and 6 coming up.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Throwing from the gun. Finds a man right side. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
They send the tight end in motion. Quick to the left, it's caught. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They go play action here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. Setting up a throw. Flushed out of the puck. Oh, they're on him, and he's dropped again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down.
Kate, you can give him much of the credit for this early lead. Heck, give every player in that defense now their 4th sack of this game credit, because that ambush on the quarterback, a big reason why they're in control of this game.
And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. 58 yards on the punt there. And they've got a long field ahead of them to begin this drive. First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Here's 2nd and 7. Fits it through the middle. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Early movement along the right side. The flag comes out.
False start, offense.
One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. They'll run here following the penalty. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Motioning the tight end now. They give it to him again. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire 1st half. They drop him behind the line.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over him.
Complete out to the right. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
The home team's headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And he's been one of the best at leading an offense this season. As you can see, he's at 2nd in the NFL right now in touchdown passes. Throws off the rip, but it's incomplete.
I hate those situations, Kate, as a QB. I'm looking for an open passing lane, and I can't find one anywhere. He thought he had one available. Defense did a better job of knocking it away.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Dialing up a receiver screen. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. And now we'll get a pause here. Trainer's headed out to take a look at an injured player. Let's hope it isn't anything that's going to keep him from finishing this season strong. So out now comes the punter. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. He takes this in on his side of midfield. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Now after that play, we have somebody banged up down there. Injuries never a welcome sight so close to the end of the season. They're out to attend to him. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Completed out to the left on that quick throw. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Here's a give up the middle. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. They manage a single yard that time. They're going to have to solve 3rd down and 4. They'll try and throw it here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
Yeah, this is one of the occasions, Kate, where this defense got to just keep chopping wood. Keep chopping wood. I know they're a little more careful about actually having axes in locker rooms anymore after injuries, but the mantra is the same. You can't look at the scoreboard nor worry about what your offense is doing. You got to keep punishing your opponent.
They'll send out the punting unit. And it's away, but a total miss hit. You could tell as soon as it left his foot. This one headed for the sideline. And there won't be a return here. This punt is out of bounds. They'll say inside the 40. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Completed over the middle. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
2nd and 10 now. Looking right, and he finds him. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Throwing with a blitz on the way. And this one is dropped and incomplete. He had the pick in his hands, couldn't hang on. It's going to be 4th down. Punt team on the field. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. And this looks like it got just inside the 20 as it flew out, and indeed it did. They're putting the ball at the 19-yard line. Now this offense ready to head back out. They seem likely to carry the lead into the locker room, but some points here to end the half could make things even more comfortable. Throwing now on 1st down. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Making it harder than it needs to be right there. Just get the catch first. Guarantee some yards. And then worry about escaping the defenders and getting upfield.
This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. On now comes their punter. And he'll try to hit this one well. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Officially a 55-yard launch. And it'll be their football. Here comes their offense out again. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Has him on the quick hitter. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
They've got first down from the 31. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Catch made over the middle. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
At the 22-yard line.
Pass play coming here. Dumped off to his running back. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop him behind the line. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Throwing off the play fake here. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that's going to tie us up just before halftime.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
This return starts at the 5. He's got a lane up past the 30. His return reaches that 34-yard line before he stopped. This offense getting one final possession here before halftime. Not a whole lot of time left for him to put something together here before the break. We'll see how they choose to use these final 22 seconds, Brock, of our first half. Back to throw on 1st and 10. Finds him over the middle. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Looking for a throw here. Escapes the pocket. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Well, that's halftime here, and a field goal each, all that these offenses have been able to muster thus far. And with a push of a button, we say so long to the halftime report and jump right back to the start of the 3rd quarter. Something's got to be the difference maker here in half number 2. We'll see what it is as we're off and running once again. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Their offense taking the field now for the opening drive of the 2nd half. And they could take control in the 2nd half early, Brock, if they break the tie on this opening drive. Cut out left. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
It's what these quarterbacks are having to do more often now than ever before in football. Show off a little mobility, get outside the pocket, and find that open man.
2nd and 4. And that one looked like an interception for a second. Instead, it's incomplete. Defender couldn't hang on to it. 3rd down coming up.
Brings up 3rd down and 4.
He'll look to throw. Setting up the screen. And he gets back to the line, but no more.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And he's just going to fair catch that one at the 24-yard line. We don't get a return out of that punt. And they're going to take over possession. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Plowing up the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. When we look back at this one, Brock, it is going to be defensive highlight after defensive highlight. And there again, the examples, they just keep coming.
The physical play has been the trademark, really, from the first snap through this second half. There have not been many just uncontested, clean, efficient plays. Every effort's been answered. That's why that scoreboard's not been lit up.
Throw on third down. He's on the move. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down. A tight end in motion now. They go play action on first. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. This one misses the tight end. And now it's second down. They're throwing it. Hits his running back. And this one does not go far.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Fourth down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. This one carries out of bounds. Not the greatest field position awaiting them. It's spotted at the 11. The offense getting set to go. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. To the air now on 1st and 10. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. Looked like a bit of a concentration drop on that one. So second down coming up. Looking to the air here. Short pass brought in. And he'll get this up to the 19-yard line as he stopped.
There's no route on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
Completed to his running back. We'll head out of bounds after a small gain.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or two short for the first down.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Signaling fair catch, and he takes it in at the 37. So no return on that punt. And it's going to be their football coming up. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Play action on first down. Oh, put some heat on this deep ball. Left, and there's a man there. It's intercepted. The rookie out of Miami with the pick. And they bring him down after the pick and decent return. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
Their offense ready to take the field now. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Here he goes on the bootleg. He's got a man left. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. 2nd and 3 now. Trying the right side. And he cannot shake the tackler along the line of scrimmage. They'll need 4 to convert now after no gain on 2nd down. Throwing from the gun. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up fourth down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
They'll bring out the punter here. Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one. Headed for the sideline. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. Their offense running back out now. And you know that interception is in the back of their minds as they head back out there now. On first down, they'll run. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Back to throw. They touch him down, but a great pickup, and it's good for a first.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. He'll throw it. Finds his man over the middle. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. They get 13 on the pickup. And it'll give them a first down. Complete out to the right. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And it sets up first down. Still sticking with the passing game. Throw left side, complete. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Well, a roar from the crowd as they saw the replay on the big screen, and they will indeed get a challenge. Well, I certainly don't envy the officials here. A lot of times, Brock, it can be so tough to have the right angle to get a perfect spot on that football.
Yeah, how they do it, I just marvel at it. A bunch of years ago, I got to do and be an official, a side judge for a spring game.
How'd that go?
Not well, because things happen so fast, and I really do. I marvel at more often than not how good these officials are at spotting the ball.
2nd and 6 coming up here. They'll throw it again. The throw is caught. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. From the gun, they're going to hand it off. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. It's a gain of 1 big yard, Brock, because that sets him up with 1st and goal. Goal to go. It's a pass play. This throw is caught. Just a couple of yards here as he heads for the sideline. We're through 3 on this holiday weekend. Just a field goal aside so far as we enter the final quarter of play. Another chance at it on 2nd and goal, still from the 5. takes it down to the 2, but no touchdown yet. He's out of bounds. So now, here's 3rd and goal. Throwing now, off play action. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. Talk about coming up clutch with that contact on 3rd and goal, partner. And now a decision for this offense to make on 4th down.
We know how hard it could be defensively in these goal-to-go situations. We know that you have got to be on point, every attention to detail. That's a job well done by that defense. Well, I tell you what, you get to this time of the game, you've got to have that reliable kicker on the sideline to turn things over to. That's the definition of clutch right there as they take the lead.
Here's a return from the 7. This return makes it up to the 25. The home team's ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. To throw here on 1st down. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. 2nd and 3 now.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
Give now to the running back. No one around. He's got space. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. Into traffic, complete. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4 at the 44-yard line.
Tight end going in motion here. From the 44 here on 2nd down. It is cut left side. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. 1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Hand off to the back. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. They motion the tight end over. 2nd and 10 now. Dumps it off to his running back. And he works this to the 38 before going down. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Hauled in left side. And they bring him down around the 34.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Got all of it, and this is good! And in the 4th quarter, that's going to tie the game!
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Has this at the 6. And look at this return. Races past midfield. At the 20. He makes it in for the touchdown. Well, when it's set up perfectly, Brock, and you get an exciting return man back there fielding it, wow, there are not many plays in football more exciting than taking a kick back for 6.
Find those blockers, follow those blockers, and then step on the gas. So simple for me to describe, yet so tough to execute on the field.
That one splits the uprights. And his guys break that tie and now lead by 7. What do you think, Brock? Can we get dueling kick return touchdowns, huh? Let's find out. The kick is away. Return coming from the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. Now outruns their offense to take over. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. Cut out left. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
And he's down after getting this up to the 41. It's a gain of 4 there. And they'll have first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Off the play fake, he's going to throw. That one's incomplete, couldn't connect. Nearly an interception on that play. And we'll see what they do here on second down.
Let's go now. Hut.
Trying to throw here out of the gun. Bails out of the pocket quick. Oh, look at this, here he goes. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
First and 10 from the 41. Blown back, it's the handoff. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up second and 7.
Ready. Check pink.
From the 38. Put the body on the line for his team. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that'll be a first down.
Now, I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
It is charged towards the line. That's right around 3 yards. Well, we see the medical staff headed out there now. We're going to get a timeout as they handle an injured player. Not what you want to see so close to the end of the season. Second down now, 7 to go. Throwing now from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
You know, one thing I noticed, Kate, coaching youth football, everybody wants their kid to play quarterback. That is, until they get knocked to the mat. And that's now 5 sacks in this game, let alone the number of times the quarterback's been flushed as well. Not everybody is built to play quarterback.
Got to figure out this third down here. Here's a throw. Setting up the running back screen. And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you can run a screen as they just showed on any play. First, second, third down, sometimes even fourth. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness it's coming, and then more importantly, to stop it.
Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And that brings things a little closer here late.
This is a case of, well, just get what you can on the way out the door, Kate. It's already out of reach. Just take the 3, let your kicker get some points, and make it a hair closer in the box score.
This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The visitors are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense will probably rather forget. They'll run here on first down. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. Running back sent in motion. From the 35 on 2nd down. Short pass brought in. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Putting the tight end in motion. They'll run here from the gun. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Not sure if it was a missed assignment on the line, a dominant play on his part, or maybe a little bit of both, Kate, but look at those dudes down there defensively. Man, they are fired up after that stick behind the line.
They send the tight end in motion. Back to the well again. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run? Well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a third run after back-to-back negative losses.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down. He's back to throw. Dialing up a receiver screen. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains. And the defense choosing not to let the 2-minute warning run just yet. They're going to call time. 2:06 left in our contest. Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And it'll bounce out of bounds, and he could not have hit this much better. That's going to pin him at their own 5-yard line.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
A fortunate break for them as they get a gift with roughing the kicker. Their offense heading back out to keep things going.
Automatic 1st down.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. They drop to a knee, and what little time we have left here is going to tick down.
This is situational football at its best. There's still some time left to bleed off the clock, but the really important thing here is you've got to bleed every second of that clock that you can.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker. Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And they're going to grow their lead late, but still a 1-score ball game. So something to be proud of, Brock, as they come away with the win. And they're able to run this winning streak to 3 as they have really caught fire recently. So for my partner, Brock Heward, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. It was a great effort from our winners as we say thanks for watching and have a great rest of your day.